All right, we're actually gonna pause this. All right, football. Hold on, I feel like talking about football. I'm gonna close Once Human because I'm done with that. Right? Okay. Football. Right? Let's talk week 4. Right? I'm just gonna talk a little bit about this. I'm a huge football guy. Cowboys are dog shit. Like the fact that you only scored 20 points against the Giants, who have Danny Dimes at quarterback. Sure, they have Malik Neighbors, but like Danny Dimes, dog shit. Who's their running back? Devin Singletary? I ain't even gonna talk about that. Ezekiel Elliott doesn't do shit on that team. It's fucking Dowdle, dude. Malik Neighbors is the best wide receiver right now. The Saints had a Linsanity run for 2 weeks, and then they lost the last 2. The Falcons won because of Younghoe Koo hit the game-winning field goal from like 50-something yards. Crazy. 58-yard field goal. I literally, all I had to do was read it. Rams, without Puka and without Cooper Kupp, they're dog shit, apparently. Their defense, just Aaron Donald retired. They're done. Bears, dude, Caleb Williams. They literally just traded Caleb Williams for Justin Fields. Like, look at Justin Fields in Pittsburgh, bro. Literally right here, look at it. Like, they just lost their first game because Joe Flacco is the fucking best. Literally, like, they're... Anyways, Bears are shit. The only good thing I will say from that Bears game is that I have DeAndre Swift on my fantasy, and he dropped like 28 points. No, 20... He dropped like 29 or something points. My fantasy team did great, bro. It dropped 190 points. Because I think my quarterback was Jane Daniels. First of all, I'll talk about him later. And then I had DeAndre Swift and Kenneth Walker. Like, those two, like, all those 3 gave me like 80 points. And then I have Tyreek Hill. Like, last year, I would go up against him. He dropped 40 against me every time. This year, I pick him up, and he's dropping 10 for me. I'm like, dude, fuck off. I just traded him. I just traded Tyreek Hill. Luckily, I got A.J. Brown back. So, I really think I might have won that trade. I might have lost that trade. But at the same time, they're both good receivers. I ain't going to complain about it. You know what I mean? Vikings are insane this year. Like, guarantee you, if they had J.J. McCarthy at quarterback right now, they would not be doing this. Because Sam Darnold is built different right now. I mean, the Packers almost had that fourth quarter comeback, which was crazy. Which honestly, like, I had Jaden Reed in fantasy. I'm so glad that they got that going, because he was doing nothing, and then up until like the fourth-ish quarter, bro decided to drop a shit ton of points. Vikings are on a tear. Aaron Jones is doing great. Jordan Love came back and fucking dominated in the fourth quarter. Sam Darnold is... Sam Darnold is MVP candidate. Can you fucking believe that? Sam Darnold. If you were to tell me, like, not even like 2-3 years ago, Sam Darnold is going to be in the MVP run, I would not believe you. But look where we are, guys. It's 2024. New things can happen. Joe Flacco making a comeback, first of all. Anthony Richardson goes down because I don't remember why. I didn't watch the game. All I know was that I was going up against Anthony Richardson, and he got hurt. And I was happy. I ain't happy because, obviously, that sounded wrong. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. He helped my fantasy team win, even though I won by like 50 points. So it really doesn't matter. The Steelers look pretty good. The Colts look good with Joe Flacco. Not Richardson. I'm sure Richardson can step it up because he had a really good first week. But then the second and the third week was just terrible, and they lost the games. Like, he does good, they win. He does bad, they lose. Like, I guess that's how a quarterback works. Broncos and the Jets are both equally as dog shit. Literally, the Broncos just have a great defense. Their offense is little to nothing. Bo Nix is shit. I'm just saying that. Like, Bo Nix is the worst. Maybe not the worst, but Bryce Young is the worst. But Bo Nix is just outright terrible. The Jets, dude, with that offense, you can't even put up a touchdown against the Broncos. Sure, the Broncos have a good defense. I mean, you got Pat Surtain. They lost Justin Simmons, though. Like, their defense is actually worse than it was last year, and their defense is still good. They have a better pass rush. I know that. Bo Nix finally threw his first NFL touchdown pass in his fourth pro start in the third quarter to Cortland Sutton. His first passing touchdown in 4 weeks. I don't even think Caleb Williams has thrown one. No, he did. I think he threw one last week. But this is like one of the first times, like, this quarterback draft class is so bad besides Jayden Daniels. That's it. Like, Jayden Daniels is the only one who's doing good. I'm going to talk about him later. I see the score down there. Buccaneers and Eagles. I'm a Bucs fan. And I expected us to lose. I expected us to get shit on. But Baker Mayfield, the GOAT, said, hell no. Mike Evans said, hell no. Saquon Barkley, 10 for 84. Not bad at all. I don't know why they didn't give him the ball more. Like, okay, let me look at this. Because I clicked the wrong one. I clicked the fucking wrong one. Box score for the Eagles and Bucks. All right. Jalen Hurts, 18 for 30 for 158. I feel like, dude, we should not have given up only 158 yards. Like, our secondary is dog shit. It's bad. They threw the ball 30 times. I don't know if Jalen Hurts was just not knowing what the fuck to do, but the fact that you only gave your best player 10 carries and 2 catches, like, you gave him the ball 12 times to your best player. Like, Dallas Goedert did pretty good, but you didn't give anybody else, like, anything. They fumbled a lot. I will say that. But, like, Jalen Hurts lost a fumble. I know we recovered that one. It was amazing. Baker Mayfield decided to be the fucking GOAT. Like, 30 for 47 for 347 yards with 2 touchdowns. No picks. He got sacked 2 times. Mike Evans, 8 for 91 for 1. He's definitely going to get another 1,000-yard season. Godwin did his thing. K. Dotton did his thing. Rachaad White and Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving's been great. Levante David, one of the best linebackers in the league. Vita Vea, look at the pressure, though. Levante David with 2 sacks. Anthony Nelson with 1 sack. Vita Vea and Logan Hall both with the sack. And then the rookie that we have, Diaby, I think he's the rookie. And Joe Tryon Tryon's just there. I think Diaby's the rookie. He also got a sack. And then I think McLaughlin went 2 for 2. Yeah, he went 2 for 2. And then mixed an extra point, but we don't talk about that. The Buccaneers really popped off, I will say. Now this one, the Bengals and the Panthers, right? It was 21-14 at halftime. And then it was 21-14 at halftime. And then the Panthers just decided to shit the bed. Chuba Hubbard, not a bad person at all. Like, not a bad running back. He's great. Joe Burrow, first 3 games. Every time, first 3 games, or was it first 4 games, that Joe Burrow plays, he's dog shit. And then he decides to pop off. Chuba Hubbard's pretty good. Andy Dalton came in, did his thing. If it was Bryce Hall, they would have got 0 points. Like, Jamar Chase is doing Jamar Chase things. The dog shit run for Joe Burrow is over, so they might start winning. Texans and Jags. I thought the Texans were going to score like 40 points. Like, Nico Collins, the best wide receiver in football right now. Second is being Neighbors. Nico Collins is popping off. I don't know what he's doing. But the Texans, I just want to talk about the Texans. You have CJ Stroud, Joe Mixon, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Stephon Diggs. How much better can you get? Their O-line might be pretty bad. I mean, they have Laramie Tunsil. I think that's the only person that I know. Everyone else is probably dog shit. But the Texans' offense is insane. Like, and even if you don't have Joe Mixon, like, you have Cam Akers and Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce is like, I remember, was it a couple years ago when he popped off? I think it was his rookie year, and the Texans were still rebuilding before CJ Stroud, and it was Dameon Pierce, like the Dameon Pierce show. And it just sucks that they don't use him anymore. Like, he was really fun to watch. He reminded me of Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette's also not in the league anymore, but it's crazy. The Jaguars are off to an 0-4 start. I don't know if they're thinking that Trevor Lawrence isn't the move, but why are you not giving the ball to Travis Etienne is beyond me. Like, he got 11 carries, but you gave Tank, I mean, sure, he did pretty good. 7 for 90. That's really good. But, like, Travis Etienne is your playmaker. Like, Trevor Lawrence, like, 18 for 33 for 169, 2 touchdowns. He didn't turn the ball over. He didn't get sacked. He just only threw for 169 yards. So that means he was just dumping off. Throwing short routes. Brian Thomas has been a good receiver for him. Christian Kirk does his thing. You know, they don't utilize Gabe Davis. You know, Nico Collins is just so fucking good. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like, 12 for 151. Diggs got 5 for 69. I think Diggs got a passing touchdown too. I remember that because he was in my fantasy team. So I just expected the Texans to score more points and not give up as much as they did. Now this one, I want to talk about the Washington Commanders because holy shit. Like, I don't know how else to say it, man. Jaden Daniels is insane. He threw his first pick. And he doesn't get sacked. He doesn't get sacked. The Washington Commanders, who last year got 2 wins, I think, or 3 wins, already have more wins in the first 4 weeks than they did all of last year. Because of Jaden Daniels. They didn't do anything. Like, they did not do anything. They got Luke McCaffrey. They got Austin Eckler. He didn't even play. They got Luke McCaffrey when they drafted him. They got Austin Eckler in free agency. They drafted Jaden Daniels. They kept Brian Robinson, and he's a great running back. They kept Brian Robinson. They kept Terry McLaurin. They got Zach Ertz. And that's it. They got Frankie Louvu. They got Bobby Wagner. They did upgrade their defense a lot. Their D-line was good from the start, and they were just like, yeah, we're going to get linebacker and secondary. Their secondary is still shit. But the fact that they have Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne, their linebackers being Bobby and Frankie, and then Jeremy Chin upgraded them at that spot. You know, it's crazy, man. Jane Daniels is single-handedly carrying this Washington team. 26 for 30. Not getting sacked once. Not even pressured. Kyler Murray has games where he does really well or really bad. Like, there's no in between for him. You know, James Conner did his thing. You know, Marvin Harrison can only do what he's given. You know, like last week he did really good. This week he did his thing. But the Commanders are off to a hot start. 49ers, everyone expected this to happen. 49ers are still doing half decent. They're 2-0 at home, 0-2 away. But the 49ers against the Patriots are just dog shit now. Thankfully, I hated the Patriots. But it just goes to show that Brock Purdy isn't. People are like, oh yeah, he's a system quarterback, you know. Jordan Mason is completely filling the shoes of Christian McCaffrey, and it's amazing. Obviously, he's not Christian McCaffrey, but he's doing great. Like, he's doing amazing. Like, Jawan Jennings, you know, Brandon Ayuk got paid and isn't doing shit. And then you have Nick Bosa. Then you have Fred Warner. 49ers, like, they're 2-2, but I expect them once they get McCaffrey back. They also have George Kittle, by the way. I forgot about that. Once they get Debo back and once they get, you know, Ayuk back in the game and Jawan Jennings gets in the rhythm and Kittle is able to... Kittle's already doing well. But once they get Debo back and McCaffrey back, I feel like that they're going to do a dual-headed monster with Jordan Mason and Christian McCaffrey. Browns are dog shit. I mean, Deshaun Watson's getting more and more allegations. I just think that they need to let him go. Just let Deshaun Watson go. The Browns are just they just thought, oh yeah, Deshaun Watson's getting really good. Nick Chubb comes back, and I think in a couple weeks. I think he comes back on the 6th. He's probably not gonna play. I highly doubt he's gonna play. But he will be back by this month, so maybe the Browns' run game will be a little better. The Chiefs only won to the Chargers by 7 points. I hate the Chiefs with a passion. I hate the Chiefs. I really do hate the Chiefs. I don't know what else to say. I don't like the glazing on Patrick Mahomes. He's a good guy. Patrick Mahomes is a good guy. Travis Kelce is a good guy. But they glaze the Chiefs way too much. You can't like them. You can't like the team. You can like certain players, but you can't like the team. They keep doing Taylor Swift and shit. It's annoying. Stop it. Mahomes is not doing well this year. Like, he's not. Mahomes is not doing well this year. And it's kind of crazy. Mahomes isn't doing well. They're still glazing the fuck out of him. The Chargers... Herbert can only do so much with the things that he is given, you know? He can only do so much. And I don't expect him to do greatest, but like, because they're just raping Travis Kelce pretty much. So, you know, Bills, Ravens, this was kind of surprising. I thought it was going to be a high scoring game. The Bills just got shit on. Derrick Henry, they teased us 199 yards on 24 carries. He had that 87-yard touchdown. The Ravens look really good that game. That just goes to show what they can do, and it's great. Titans and the Dolphins game. To be honest with you, Will Levis got hurt, right? Mason Rudolph insanity run. He only got 85 yards. They definitely got carried by the run. I mean, Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears barely passed the ball at all. Tyler Huntley is trying to be Lamar Jackson too much. A-Chain only got 10 for 15. Tyreek 4 for 26, 4 for 36. A-Chain only got he only got 13 touches. Granted, they couldn't run the ball, but Dolphins are ass apparently this year, 1-3. Lions and Seahawks. This was a fun game to watch. I watched this game Monday night, and Jared Goff going a perfect 18 for 18. I had Kenneth Walker on my fantasy team, as I already said, and I want him to have my children. Geno Smith threw 56 passes. He almost got 400 yards passing, and he got a touchdown. DK Metcalf finally showed what he can do. Tyler Lockett, 5 for 61. Kenneth Walker put the team on his back. I just think that that's a fact. He put the team on his back. So this is a really fun game to watch. I mean, the Lions just have that running back monstrosity back there. Sorry, not monstrosity. The running back duo in Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Jameson Williams got, I think it was a 75 or 70-yard touchdown. That was great. Laporta doing Laporta things. Tim Patrick finally made an appearance. Amon-Ra had a passing touchdown and a reception touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs had 2 touchdowns. Montgomery had 1 touchdown. David Montgomery had that long screen. It was a screen, 40-yard catch. It was amazing. I'm going to do my predictions for this week, for week 6. Buccaneers and Falcons. I'm biased. I'm going to go Buccaneers, always, no matter who it is. They could be going up against Chiefs, and I go Buccaneers, you know? But Baker Mayfield, I believe against that Falcons defense, that Falcons secondary, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are going to do some fucking damage. The fact that the Falcons' only offense is Bijan Robinson, pretty much. He isn't even doing that good. It gives me hope because our run defense is good. Secondary might be a little shit, so Drake London might pop off. But I think the Buccaneers are going to win. I don't give scores. I just give if they're going to win or not. Jets and Vikings. This is a hard one because you know what the Jets have. You know who they have. And the Vikings defense isn't the greatest. Sam Darnold with 11 touchdowns and 3 picks. Now, this is a toss-up. Vikings are doing great, but they're bound to lose one, you know? And if they lose one, it'd be to the dog shit Jets. And is also in London. Both of these teams are going to be tired as hell. Really fucking tired. Like 9:30 a.m. in London isn't it like 3:30 here or like it's insane. I know it's a big drop in time. It's going to be crazy. Aaron Jones is doing really good. Sam Darnold is doing really good. Justin Jefferson is doing really good. The fact that all 3 top players here are Vikings players shows that they might win this. Panthers and Bears. Both equally as shit. I think that the Bears are going to win. I think they're going to move up to that winning record. I think that they're going to win. I think they're going to heavily rely on the run game. But they could try Caleb Williams, but it's also in Chicago. It's a home game. The Bears, I think, are going to win that. Ravens are going to win. I don't even need to talk about that. Bengals defense is ass. You're going up against Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. You have Zay Flowers. Like, I think the Ravens are going to win. Another two equally as dog shit matches right here. Dolphins and Patriots. They're both pretty ass. Tua's not coming back. I think the Patriots are going to win. Tua's not going to be there. They haven't won a game since Tua's been gone. Patriots are going to win. Commanders are going to beat the Browns. Browns, Jane Daniels is popping off. Brian Robinson's popping off. The Commanders, I feel like, are just... They've had one home game. They've had one home game and 3 away games. And they've only lost 1 game. The Commanders are going to win this one. The Colts, big toss-up. Jaguars are bound to win one. But I think that if they don't have a winning record this year, I think they need to let go of Trevor Lawrence. Because he would not be the guy. Maybe he's not the problem. I mean, he has 729 yards and 4 touchdowns and only 1 interception. So you look at that, and he's pretty much doing less. Look at Jane Daniels up there. Like, him and him are almost neck and neck, but Jane Daniels runs too. Jane Daniels probably has another 200-plus rushing yards on his belt. So he has, like, over 1,000 scrimmage yards. Trevor Lawrence probably only has, like, 750 scrimmage yards. Realistically, Jane Daniels is doing damage with his legs. Jacoby Brissett, dog shit. But I think that the Colts are going to win this one. Even with Richardson, without Richardson. And also Jonathan Taylor. Bills and Texans. Based on what I just saw the Bills do, I mean, I think that the Texans are going to win. It's obviously going to be a tough matchup. But you have one of the best receiver in football, plus another 2 really good receivers, and one of the best quarterbacks. 10-54 for 6 and 2. I think the Texans are going to win. I think it's going to be a really close game, though. The Raiders and the Broncos. I think the Broncos are going to win by defense. The Raiders' offense is dog shit. They're not going to get anything. Like, I think the Raiders are just going to get stalemated. The Broncos are going to score 1 or 2 touchdowns, and they're going to win. Cardinals and 49ers. 49ers, I don't even need to think about that. The 49ers are going to win that. 100%. Cardinals just aren't looking as good. Plus, then you have the 49ers. It's the 49ers. Even without McCaffrey. Still not doing bad. I think the Packers are going to beat the Rams. The Packers have Jordan Love back, so their offense is going to be pretty good. Jaden Reed is a really good receiver. You have other weapons. Josh Jacobs is a really good running back. Jordan Love came back. Stafford doesn't have any weapons, and their defense isn't good. Giants and Seahawks. Seahawks just because they put up that great performance against the Lions in the second half. And I think Malik Neighbors is going to pop off. He always does. There hasn't been a week he hasn't. But I just think that the Seahawks are more well-rounded in terms of DK, Tyler. Geno Smith is doing well again, kind of. And Kenneth Walker is back. And you also have that Zach Charbonnet. I think the Seahawks will win. Cowboys and Steelers. This one's going to be a tough one. Because the Steelers are winning because of their defense. But the Cowboys have a good offense. I think that the Cowboys will win. The Steelers are home. This is a complete toss-up. Because you don't know who's going to win in this one. Steelers, you don't know. The Steelers are bad. The Cowboys are bad. The Steelers only winning because they're like because of their defense. But I'm gonna go Cowboys. Chiefs and the Saints. I want the Saints to win. Is it gonna happen? Probably not. Chiefs are only 4-0. They should be 1-3 because refs have bailed.